Hi everybody and welcome to the Mental Toughness and Body Show. My name is Rob Evans and I'm your weight loss coach, health strategist and internationally published author, helping take your life and your business, your health, fitness, mindset and body from where you are right now to being absolutely unstoppable. And if you can hear a little bit of background noise this morning, I am on the treadmill this morning. I've got a very busy day and this is the only time I could find to squeeze in this recording, and it's a perfect timing because today I want to talk to you about failure and how failure is not an option, but failure, we can learn so much from failure. And I want to use the context of what we do when we go into a gym and how we can translate everything that happens in a gym to every other area of our life. And that's why I love what I do so much. Because if you can change your health, if you can change your body, if you can change your mindset by doing small things consistently over and over for your lifetime, then you'll get incredible results. You'll get amazing outcomes. And if you can then transfer those things out into the real world, into other areas of your life, you can just replicate the same things and you'll get similar results. That's why I love what I do, because it's so transparent. So let's think about what happens every time you step into a gym. What do? Well, what I like to do is I like to lift weights. Okay, my program is very focused around gaining muscle. What does gaining muscle do? Gaining muscle makes your body more toned. The more muscle that we have, the less body fat that the more muscle we have in our body, the faster our metabolism will be, because it will burn fat quicker. So in order to burn more fat in your body, it's not about just restricting calories and doing those things. You want to build muscle so you can allow the muscle to do its work to burn off the fat. So we're building muscle. We need to do that by lifting weights. We need to lift more than our muscles are used to doing in our day-to-day work, because if our bodies can respond and adapt very, very quickly. So if we're just lifting, so I've got a drink bottle right here. If I lift this up, when I'm a baby, when I first lift it, it's quite heavy and I'll probably drop it. But over a period of time, certainly as adults now, we lift these things and they don't do anything for us because we've lifted it so many times before. It's not building any further muscle. So in order to continue to build, we need to keep increasing the amount of weight. And so what do we need to do? We need to hurt. We need to lift a weight so that it burns. We get that lactic acid burn. We can't just do a bicep curl one time and then leave the gym and say, that's it, I've got great arms forever. It doesn't work that way. Our bodies require us to work consistently and keep putting this force against us. So what we're doing when I'm in the gym is I'm going to that point where I fail, where I can't lift the weight anymore. And in some ways, when we think about failure, you would think, well, how is that being a success? Because if you can't lift the weight, then that's a failure. But what I'm actually doing is trying to do as many reps as I can over my weight range using a certain weight where I can't do another one. I might go for that last rep, but it won't come up. I can't do it. So I've failed. But what I'm doing is each failure is one step closer to success. And in order for me to achieve success in the gym, which is growing muscle, the only way I can do that is by failing. Because each time that I step into the gym, I need to lift a heavier weight. Based on the program that I'm doing right now to gain 4 kilos of muscle this year, I need to fail, get to that point where I can't lift weight anymore. I need to lift a little bit more each week. And what does that mean? It means at some point I'm going to fail. I can't do one more rep. I'm failing to lift it. And yet all of that failure is exactly what I need, because without the failure, I'm working in a range where I'm not challenging my muscles enough. If I don't challenge my muscles enough, I'm not providing the stimulus I need to then, when I go into the kitchen and prepare my food, to take up all those nutrients. I haven't provided enough stimulus for that. So failure is such a critical component when it comes to changing your body composition, building muscle. I look to fail every workout that I do. And that sounds weird, but without the failure, I cannot succeed. I cannot achieve the level of growth that I want. Now, before the failure, what comes? Well, the only reason I'm going to push myself, because failure is painful, right? For me to be able to not do that next rep is very painful. Like the lactic acid builds up so much that I just feel like I can't do another one. So yes, it's painful. You think, well, why do you even want to do that? Why do you want to put yourself in pain? Like that's just too much. But the reason that I do it is because I'm so clear about what it is that I want. And what I want is not for most of the world. Okay? In this space, most people don't want the level of success that I want. Most people don't want a six-pack. Most people don't want to put on the muscle that I want to put on. Most people don't care about looking the way that I want to look. And that's fine, because I'm me and you are you and other people are other people, and we all come up with what's important to us. But I want you to stick with me here on the principles and say, well, the reason that I'm successful in what I'm achieving is because of where my focus comes from. I'm so determined to achieve that I want to achieve. It's why I'm programming myself to fail when I go into the gym. And I know in that failure, in putting myself in that pain, is going to make me successful. Because if I don't fail in the gym, I'm not going to succeed outside the gym. I'm not going to build the muscle. I'm not going to get the body shape that I want. I'm not going to reduce my body fat levels to the level where I want. I'm not going to see the definition that I want to see because I haven't failed. Now, as crazy as all that sounds, I'm sure you can understand how that works. So now let's just take that model outside of the gym and apply it to another area of our life. Maybe it's the success of our business. You're only going to be successful in your business if you fail. You want to fail fast. You want to fail smarter. You want to do things in a better way than you've ever done them before, but you're only going to do it when you fail. Because no one's ever started out a business and said, well, I know all the answers and I'm just going to get it right from the beginning. It doesn't work that way. You've got to fail. I look at the number of things that I've done in my business career and how many times I've failed. It's a large number. Whether it be a marketing campaign, whether it be a staffing issue, whether it be a discussion, whether it be a workout that I do with people, whether it's coaching sessions that I do. So many things. I've created programs, I've created podcasts, I've created a whole series of different things that just haven't worked. And I've said, well, that's been a failure. But what does it allow me to do? It provides a platform for me next time to make some modifications and to make it not fail again, to work it faster and better and smarter. So next time I don't do the same thing, I can make it better. And do I fail less now than I did when I first started? Not really sure. I fail differently. And I guess the more successful you are, you fail at a different level. But the more I practice, the more that I do, the less mistakes that I make, the better relationships that you form, and that helps you create a more success environment around you where you probably will fail less, but it's not that you're not going to fail. Because I think as soon as you stop failing, you're probably stopping progressing. You're stopping growing. You're stopping really achieving the things that you truly want to achieve that are important to you. And we don't want to do that, because if you want to become in the top 1% of success in what it is that you do, then the only way that you're going to do that is if you continue to fail. And failing takes courage. Because if you don't fail, you're not taking risks. And you're only going to keep on failing if you've got the courage and the drive to keep wanting to be more and more successful. It's hard because we just want to keep being successful, but we're always going to come up with barriers. Things are always going to be put in our way that can tempt us to failure. But if our hunger is so strong, then we can never really fail. Because we can see each little step that we take is just a piece in the jigsaw. One step closer to getting to that next level where we want to get to. And I think if you can keep all those things into context, you'll understand why this relentless drive every single day is necessary in order for you to get to the top 1% and to stay that top 1%. Whether it be your health, whether it be financial wealth, whether it be just in your area of expertise where you want to be in the top 1% there, you've got to be relentless. You've got to be focused. You've got to be strong. You've got to practice failing. And you just get better and better and better. And the irony is, the more you fail, the more confident you'll feel next time to do it better. And that's certainly how I've felt with my progress in life. I've come from a position of being a child with no self-confidence, a very poor self-image, and no self-belief in anything that I did, that I could be good at anything. I hated public speaking, I hated writing, and now I'm at a stage where I speak twice a day. I've recorded over, I think it's about about 1,330 podcasts I've done. I do 2 a day. I speak in front of audiences around the world. I publish content. I stand in front on YouTube. I stand in front of a camera. I do Facebook Lives. I do all of these things where there would be a time in my life where I would stand up in front of people and not know what to say. But what I've said to myself is that I want to become much better at these things, so I need to keep failing. And even though some of my very first podcasts, there may have only been one person listening, or sometimes maybe not even any, but I kept doing it because I know that it's a good thing for my progress. Keep practicing having conversations. Keep practicing thinking on the spot quickly. That's what's important. Keeping on progressing, because I know what it is that I want. So that's your first thing that you need to work out. What do you want and how badly do you want it? And then you just work like hell to get there and accept the fact that, yep, I'm going to fail. And that's good, because the only way I can get better, the only way I can get stronger is when I do fail. So if you want to connect with me, you can. Go to thementaltoughnessandbodyshow.com, opt in for a free consultation there, and let's connect and make 2021 your best year ever. Stay safe, everyone. See you tomorrow.